Welcome to Ports and Palaces podcast. It is September 30th, and today we're going to be talking about the top 10 things you won't want to miss at Hollywood studios.
Good morning, everyone. I can't believe that September is over. I feel like it just started, but now we're getting into the really good months. We've got Halloween. All the Halloween things at Disneyland and Disney World are up and going. And I'm not the biggest Halloween fan. I am more Christmas. So I kind of enjoy that Halloween's here and rolling. So that way we're really close to Christmas. We were actually at Sam's yesterday. And of course, they've already got the Christmas trees up and everything. And our daughter was like, can we put up our Christmas tree? And I was like, absolutely. So then I had to tell her that we would have to take Halloween down, and she changed her mind, but almost got her to go to Christmas. So today we are going to be talking about Hollywood studios. We're going to continue the little series we started a few weeks ago where we did the top things you should not miss at Epcot. And now we're going to shift over to Hollywood studios and do the top 10 things you should not miss there. Now, the same rule applies. We each have our own list of 10. I only made one extra this time because last time we barely overlapped at all and actually gave you like a list of 25 things. So today we're going to see if we overlap at all, and then you might end up with a list of 20 things or maybe a little less because we like about the same things in Hollywood studios. But I don't know. I thought the same thing for Epcot, and we didn't overlap hardly at all. So let's see. Let's see what we got. Ready, Chad?
Ready.
Let's do it.
All right, so I did my list a little bit backwards. I put my top things at the bottom of the list, and my least important things, or not least important things, just like things further throughout the day. So basically, this list that I have goes through what a normal day would be for us at Hollywood studios.
But backwards? Or like what it would look like?
No. So like close. Number one is
what we would do first.
What we would do first, or
okay.
like most important.
Okay. Whatever. Let's see how it went.
Okay. Number one is rope drop, Rise of the Resistance. It's always busy. The lines are crazy long. If you don't feel like dishing out money for a lightning lane, that's always a great option. There's going to be a lot of people rushing to other rides at the same time, including Slinky Dog Dash. But if you're a first-time Disney World traveler, you're definitely going to want to rope drop Rise of the Resistance because you never know when it's going to go down.
Right.
Disneyland, surprisingly, doesn't have that issue as much. But Disney World has...
It's getting better. I think Disney World has learned what always goes down, and I think the first time it goes down, it's just a wait for the day. I don't want to give any spoilers, but there's a few things that are usually the ones that go down in a ride, and I think Disney World has gotten to the point where if that thing goes down, then at that point in the day, it's just B-roll film the rest of the day. What Chad said, yes. So rope dropping Rise of the Resistance is a good idea, especially if you don't want to pay for single pass. I might go on the other side where sometimes it's just easier for us to go ahead and buy single pass and not rope drop it, just because sometimes it does go down. But yes, that's a good tip. I did not put mine in any order other than just when they came to my mind. So mine will look a little different. Mine's going to start with coffee, as most of my days usually do. So my favorite coffee on almost all the property, except for Caribbean Beach, the Skyliner, they have that toffee nut, which is really, really good. But there is a Joffrey's inside Hollywood Studios, right outside of Pixar Plaza. It doesn't have a special name. It's literally just Joffrey's in Pixar Plaza. And they have a coffee called Round 'em Up Latte. It's delicious. So a lot of times I will send Chad and our daughter to go do Alien Swirling Saucers and Midway Mania because I'm not the biggest fan of those rides. And I will go get a coffee and just enjoy the people. So that is my tip. Just enjoying the people and the coffee and just relaxing a little bit first thing in the morning before you go the rest of the day.
My next tip is also coffee. Right after you rope drop Rise of the Resistance, you can go back to kind of the front of the park and go to Trolley Car Cafe. They have a lot of good coffee options, a lot of good pastry options. I think they have breakfast sandwiches too.
Yeah.
It's just a nice little stop, especially if you're not rushing anywhere else. Do take into account the lines, much like everything else at Disney World, are pretty long. Sometimes the wait can be long, but it's worth it. It's definitely worth it, especially you're like us and you've lightning laned or gotten a pass for almost every ride at the park that day.
I said Trolley Car Cafe as well, but I said it just a little different. So Trolley Car Cafe, are we saying that right, Chad?
Trolley Car Cafe.
Is that correct? My brain is not working this morning.
It's the Trolley Car Cafe,
apologies.
but I said Trolley Car Cafe.
I'm thinking Trolley Treats over in DCA. So the Trolley Car Cafe in Hollywood Studios is actually the Starbucks in that park. So my first tip was don't think you can mobile order. It's not like a traditional Starbucks. You have to actually go in and order, but it's pretty fast. I mean, we can usually get everything and get out. But my biggest tip with Trolley Car Cafe was they have something called the carrot cake cookie. And it is delicious. It's probably my favorite. Don't get it for breakfast. It is so filling, but it's a really good treat. It's very shareable. It's just a nice little treat. We typically do, we do the Toy Story Land and Star Wars Galaxy's Edge part of the park. And then we stop there for a little snack before we go to the other side of the park. So that's just my little tip with Trolley Car Cafe. But we did both talk about that cafe. You can tell it's important to us.
Up next, whether you have a multi-pass for it or not, next up is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. This is always a favorite for our daughter, always a favorite for us as well. It's very entertaining. It's very fun. You get to dance around with Daisy in her dance studio, and you get to go under the ocean and all kinds of cool stuff while chasing down a train that Goofy has no idea is detached from his
train.
From his train, exactly.
Side note, did you know it's over in Disneyland, so I feel like Disney World's about to start, but they've officially banned phones on that ride?
Really?
Yeah, because phones and hats and things kept falling, and it's a trackless ride, and so it would break down the ride, and so they've officially said no phones, take your ears off, take your hat off. Wow. So I'm glad we got the footage that we did when we did, because now it's gone. Also, a fun tip about Disneyland, it's a little longer, and so at the end, catch Goofy's funny jokes, because there's not enough time for him to say it at Disney World, but he does say some funny jokes at Disneyland. I know this one's not a Disneyland podcast, but just wanted to put that in there. I also had Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad on my list, so I'm going to delete mine. And then something else I had was to go to ABC Commissary. So a lot of people kind of skip this one or oh, that seems kind of lame, but it's probably one of our favorite quick services. Is that the right word? Quick service restaurants.
Yeah. They
have this buffalo grilled cheese that's really good. They have, what did I get last time? It wasn't burrito tacos, but it was some kind of taco, like al pastor or something. It was delicious. It had this green salsa verde sauce on it. It was really good. It's all indoors. You can actually go find your place to sit and then mobile order and go pick it up. And it's right by a lot of other restaurants, so it's sometimes skipped, and so we always are able to find a spot, and no one's ever rushing us out. It's just a nice place to still be kind of in the middle of the park, so you're still kind of moving around and going, but it's just a nice inside quiet place to just rest for a little bit, and I like it a lot, so don't skip it. It's a good place to eat.
Next up on my list is Slinky Dog Dash. Again, this is a favorite of our daughters. We also love it as well. It's a nice start to, fun, thrilling rides. It is a roller coaster. It's a real roller coaster. It's just a less jerky, less intense. Yeah. Yeah,
except
it's still a lot of fun,
where
though.
You're almost
horizontal.
Yes.
Was it Wheezy the Penguin? He sings his song at the end. You got a friend in me. No, it's a fun experience. I like it a lot.
My next one is Gertie the Dinosaur. Okay, so over in the Echo Lake area where like the Indiana Jones show is, the Frozen show is, on the side closest to Indiana Jones and like Hollywood and Vine 50s primetime is a dinosaur named Gertie. It's a statue. She's very cute and you have to meet her before you go to any other part of the park. You have to say hello. At Christmas though, she has like a little ornament hanging out of her mouth and she's so cute. You got to go see Gertie at Christmas. And she like has steam coming out of her nose. Come on, Chad. We saw Gertie. I see her every time, usually while you
Is that the one by the boat that's
yes.
That's a eatery, like a quick stop.
By Dockside Diner.
Got it.
Yes.
Yep, I know where that is.
Yes.
Gertie. Now I know where the dinosaur is.
She's so beloved. She has a cookie that looks just like her at Christmas time.
I just thought she looked like Loch Ness, the Loch Ness monster.
Well, maybe
she's
she
a brachiosaurus
is the Loch Ness
that's
monster,
sitting in
and
water.
I just call her a dinosaur. Maybe I also need to do some research on her. I've just always called her a dinosaur. Now I feel like maybe I need to research because isn't like Gertie a nickname for the Loch Ness monster? Maybe she is a Loch Ness monster this entire time. I've just called her a dinosaur.
It's all coming together now.
I'm going to look it up while you do your next tip.
So, if you've ever been to Disneyland and you're really feeling like there's no companion ride to Mater's Junkyard Jamboree, well, you're in luck. There certainly is. It's not Cars, because there is no Cars rides in Hollywood Studios. But if you head over to Toy Story Land, go to Alien Swirling Saucers. It is practically the same ride. It's just themed to the aliens and their spaceships from Toy Story. So, like I'll say again, exact same ride. Just different music, different scenery. Still a lot of fun. Still the same amount of fun.
Gertie is a dinosaur. I was correct. She has an ice cream stand in her that I don't think we've ever gone to. I've just walked by and seen her.
She has an ice cream stand?
Yeah, look. Huh. But we've always just walked through the mist and walked right past her. Now I feel awful for having her on my list because I didn't even know exactly what she was. She was just a beautiful dinosaur that I would always say hello to, but apparently you can get some ice cream from her. Mm. Well, I know what's going to be added to our trip list for next time. Yeah. We're going to go get some ice cream from Gertie. Is it my turn?
Yes.
I got distracted. Okay, my next one is... I'm going to steal it because I bet Chad has it on his list. To make sure you see Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and Toy Story Land at night. They're beautiful during the day, but the night lights and all kinds of stuff, like really make sure you do it. Another fun tip, if you want to go to Oga's, do like the very last reservation of the day, because then you have an almost empty park. And while they're going to usher you out, they're going to be like, hey, time to go, 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 go. Like, they'll realize you're just trying to take a quick picture of your family in front of Millennium Falcon, and they'll usually let you take it and then get you out there. But see those at night. They are really cool at night.
Go to Oga's at least once.
At least once.
Even if you sit down and, like us, our party got split up for some reason and we weren't able to sit together. We checked in online
instead of in person, and so they did not seat us together. So,
correct.
Side tip number 3. Make sure if you want to seat together, don't check in online. Learn from our mistakes.
Just know the music is pretty loud in there. It's what you would think of a really loud bar / club, but themed to Star Wars. The drinks look really cool. They have a cup. It's a stein, actually, that looks like a porg. That's really cute. So yeah, if you've never been, or it's your first time being at Galaxy's Edge, try to get a reservation at Oga's Cantina. That was not on my list.
Just a little side tip from Chad.
But that was a really good one. That I didn't even think to do that one.
Before you move on from Oga's, since you did bring it up, that is a 45-minute, like, they will kick you out at 45 minutes. So don't think you can go spend an afternoon there. Like, see you later. They're fast and furious.
If you do want to sit around all day and eat Star Wars food, you can do that at Ronto Roasters, or you can do that at Docking Bay 7 if you so desire.
But Docking Bay 7 is inside, and it's just kind of, I don't know. Well, maybe you want to be inside if you're hot. I don't know.
I didn't like their menu, but Ronto doesn't exactly have a big selection. So
yeah, you can sit by the guy that's
good.
like doing the roasting, but it's really hot right there. And when I say the guy, it's a machine. They're
using.
Like,
I know it's fake, but they're using a pod racer engine as a forge and a oven.
Of course. Was that your tip?
No. No,
You've got 2 side tips from Chad just now. Look at Chad go on his Star Wars land.
Look at me. No, but I do have 2 more Star Wars tips later.
One at a time.
Anyhow, my next tip has to do with, are you looking for a fun-filled and funny show to go see while also resting your feet from walking around and running around all day? Look no further than, for the first time in forever, a Frozen sing-along celebration. Even if you don't like Frozen, it's still pretty funny. The back and forth between the stage characters is really funny. They joke at each other. They joke about the Frozen movies. They do all kinds of stuff. And of course, for the kids, they'll see Elsa and Anna and Sven and
Kristoff.
Kristoff.
I don't know if Sven's there.
Thought he was towards the end of the show. Didn't he show up towards the end?
I'll have to go check.
I think Olaf's there too.
Hold on, that's my tip. Don't say that one. Anyway, so yes, you can see some characters. Keep going, Chad. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's very enjoyable, and it's a good one to nod off to if you're not feeling it.
Don't nod off. It's such a cute show. Just like Chad said, even if you don't love Frozen, the interaction between I would frankly call them comedians, but they're supposed to be Arendelle historians. It's really funny. It's really enjoyable. It's nice and long. What, like 25 minutes? I'm going to keep my tip because my tip was also about the Frozen show, but it was about specifically at Christmas time. So they do a special holiday version that goes along with if you've ever seen like the holiday special on Disney Plus, it kind of goes along with that. And they sing the "When We're Together," that song, and Olaf comes out. Cause I know he does not come out in the regular one, and he does come out in the Christmas one, and he does his Christmas song, the whatever, when he's like learning about Christmas traditions, and he goes to all those places, so he comes out and sings that song. So go see the regular show, but if you're there for the holiday season, go see that show. That was so cute. It makes me laugh, it makes me cry because it's so sweet. Just make sure you go see the holiday one. It's spectacular. That was my tip.
Oh, that was yours too?
My Christmas tip. Mm-hmm.
All right, cranking through them. So my next tip is a cinematic experience. We recently watched a video that said this is one of the most hated rides at Hollywood studios. And I very much disagree with that statement. It's not an intense ride, but it's still a fun ride, and it's a fun experience. It needs to be updated a little bit or made longer. I think that's the biggest problem with most people, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Star Tours. It is not inside Galaxy's Edge. It is right next to where Indiana Jones is, but go, do it. It has several different scenes from Star Wars, new and old. The one that our daughter and I went through Hoth, went to pod racing on Tatooine. We saw the space whales from Ahsoka, and we were fighting pirates, flying through the flock of space whales. And then there was one we went on again, and it was going through Endor on a speeder bike and flying through Cloud City. trying to escape TIE fighters across the salt flats of what was it? What was the end scene?
Beats me.
In the second one. Anyways, it's the planet where the one soldier in the trenches. This is the dumbest thing. But he sticks his finger out onto the sand, licks it up with his finger, puts it in his mouth, and goes, huh, salt, and then goes back to prone position. I don't understand. Anyways, that's beside the point. Go to Star Tours. The scenes are different every other time. Not every time, but every other time, as we found out. So yeah, go to it. Do it.
Thank you, John.
Do it.
Star Wars lover.
Execute Order 66. Do it.
I love you, honey. My next tip is going to go back to Olaf. So there is a Olaf meet and greet that hardly ever has a line. Make sure you go see him. He's so cute. He doesn't talk, which is a little strange, but he sits there and he's in summer. It's so cute. And second side tips, it's some current news with the closing down of Star Wars Landing Base or Star Wars. What is it, Chad? Star Wars
Docking Base 7?
No, the place where you meet Darth Vader and Chewie and BB-8. Launch Bay.
Yeah.
With the closing of that, there have been some Disney Visa promotion kind of changing around. So like you can still meet Darth Vader. He's just in a new spot. He's actually over by Star Tours. So little plug-in for Chad's Star Tours. And then now there's a Disney Visa line for Olaf. So if you're a Disney Visa member or card holder, you can actually go through a shorter line to meet Olaf. I'm anticipating that that's going to make the regular line a little longer, but we'll see. So Olaf, go meet him. He's very cute.
Next up on my list, I promise to keep it short on this tip, is Toy Story Midway Mania. Now, this is available at both Hollywood Studios and Disney World, but it's also in Disneyland, but a completely different spot because there is no Hollywood Studios in Disneyland. In Disneyland, it's over by the Ferris wheel, right?
Yeah, it's on Pixar Pier.
Okay. It's a lot of fun. It's a video game. Ride around in a car with your opponent or partner, however you want to play it.
It's a partner game.
Yes,
it's
a partner game.
You work together to win.
Howdy.
You don't compete.
Howdy, partner. Anyways, I still compete.
He does. Every time. And then we lose because we can't work together.
Anyways, Toy Story Midway Mania is a literal, think of a carnival game, but you're in a moving car on a rail, and you are shooting at plates, you are shooting at stuffed toys, you are shooting at cardboard cutouts of animals, you are shooting at you're shooting rings at aliens, and if you shoot the ones with the jetpacks, they fly up and around, and it's actually a little bit of a 4D experience because you get a burst of air on you if you get one of those, which is pretty cool.
They play into like the Midway old timey games that you could go into like little different kiosks and play, but it's all digital. So you're shooting. I like this game better than Buzz Lightyear. Lightyear, you see all these red lasers going everywhere and you don't really know which one is yours. So it's really hard for me to get into that game. We actually have a photo that I contemplated putting out, and then it has our daughter in it, so I changed my mind. But Buzz Lightyear has, sorry, I'm going in the weeds. Buzz Lightyear has like a picture spot. And our daughter and Chad are like really into it. They've got like their game faces on and they're just playing. And then my photo is just me getting our next lightning lane because I just ride that ride too.
She's literally not paying attention. She's just on her phone like pew, pew, pew.
I just ride that ride for a nice quiet break to drink my water in peace. They really get into it though. But Midway Mania I do get into. I think it's because it's just when you're on your screen, it's just you and your partner. And so you can just see those two targets. Or if I remember correctly, you also have like a color. So like you can kind of follow your assigned color. Am I wrong there? Maybe I'm wrong there. But Either way, whether you don't have a color or you do.
You're talking about Midway Man?
Yeah.
Yeah. So your
you
projectiles
kind of
show up as different colors. Yeah, you can track
what you're hitting better.
Right.
Versus on Buzz when it's just everybody is red laser. So I'm hoping when they're working on Buzz this year that's going to fix itself.
So a little tip, if you want to rapid fire it, you really have to pull a cord quickly. Hard. To activate the trigger faster, do not pull the cord out. Instead, hold the bottom of the ring to stabilize it and pull the cord down really quick. That's what I do, and it works pretty well.
There you go. A tip from Chad, the one who doesn't like to work as a team. He likes to win. My turn?
Yep.
Okay. My next turn is, if you'd like to take a break, make sure you're going to Baseline Tap House. It's kind of by Star Tours and Sci-Fi Diner, and they've got some really nice tap beer. They've got some ciders that are really good, and then we really like the pretzel, and it comes with like some dipping sauces, and so it's just a nice place to sit and relax. I wouldn't go there like in the heat of summer because it's not really covered well, and there's not really much inside seating, but it's definitely a fun place like when it gets cooler just to relax. We find that at Hollywood Studios, we have very busy mornings, and then we have very busy evenings because we're wanting to, rope drop things and get on rides very quickly when they don't have long lines in the morning. And then we're doing our lightning lanes, and we're running back to do those rides a second time in the evening and checking out the ambiance at night. And our afternoons are kind of light. And so this is a nice way for us just to have a break and sit and relax and just share a pretzel. So go to Baseline Tap House. What are you smirking about?
Nothing. That's a good one. That's a good one. I didn't think of that one.
Mm-hmm. Moving on.
Okay. It's not my final tip, but it is my final Star Wars Galaxy's Edge tip.
Okay.
Especially if you haven't been to it before, you definitely need to try it. It is the milk stand at Galaxy's Edge. If you don't want to go back to it, I fully understand. But if you're a first timer, you need to go try both. Personally, I like the blue milk. It's
better than the green milk.
Better than the green milk. But you be the judge. There's a lot of people that say they like the green better. Definitely an experience for sure. So yeah.
It's experience, that's for sure.
That's what this is all about. Experience.
Okay. My last tip is right outside of Hollywood Studios. It was not my tip for Epcot because I gave a similar but different tip at Epcot. For Hollywood Studios, it's to make sure you ride the Skyliner. So if you're not staying at a Skyliner resort, or you're not planning to park hop, you may completely miss the Skyliner, and it's such a fun ride on itself. So just take a hot minute, go hop on the Skyliner, go to Caribbean Beach, and then my suggestion is to take a left and go to the Epcot line and just ride the Epcot line is long. Like you're on there for 15 minutes, 20 minutes. It's a nice long ride. You do have to get off at Epcot and then just circle the building and get back in line, and then you can go right back to Caribbean Beach and take a right and go right back to Hollywood Studios. So all in all, it takes you 45 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, it's a good assumption.
But I mean, it's also a great way. Like we now, when we take a break, we'll do like a restaurant over there. We really like, we really like Trattoria Al Forno. We really need to do a dining review for there because we've gone so many times. We love it. But that's over there by Epcot. So like there's a nice way to have a break and get out of the parks and check out some resorts on the Skyliner line. Or just take a break. Like they've got some quick service places in the Riviera that are really good. So just take a Skyliner ride, even if you don't get off just to transfer and get back on and go back to Hollywood Studios. Like it's so much fun. It is our daughter's favorite ride at Disney World, and it's free. So do that. That was my last tip. I saved the best for last.
Okay. My last and final tip, and I can't believe that Kirsten didn't put this one, is go to Fantasmic.
Aw, I did miss that. Can I add an additional tip?
Fine.
Will you finish your Fantasmic spiel and then I'll add something?
Again, especially if you've never seen it before, please make it a point to go to Fantasmic. Line up for it as early as you can. And I know they say not to run, but...
Don't run. No, if Disney's listening, don't hear them tell you something wrong. Don't run. Don't run.
Don't run, but penguin jog.
Okay.
If you know that reference from a previous episode, I talked about it when I was
penguin jogs.
Rope dropping at Animal Kingdom. So
he waddles is what I call it, but penguin jogging, sure, we'll get that trademarked for you.
Penguin jogging.
My little side tip, I am really sad because Fantasmic is like one of my favorite nighttime shows, so that's a shame on me there. But get the Fantasmic dining package. Yeah. Especially if you're on the dining plan. Oh, yeah. It's the same amount of table service credits, whether you eat at a table service meal in Hollywood Studios or go ahead and do the Fantasmic dining package. So it's almost a complete no-brainer if you're using the dining plan. But it was so nice. We had a nice meal, and then we walked over to Fantasmic, and did we wait at all? I think we timed it where they had already opened it. And so we don't like to be like way up in the splash zone. We like to be a little bit further up. Yeah. And so like we were midsection. We were able to get a spot further up a little bit. And so we had a good view of everything, and it was just so worth it. So that is my last bonus tip for Fantasmic, because I have to say something about Fantasmic because I love Fantasmic. It is sometimes, if you ask me, on some days, even better than Happily Ever After, which I know is really my favorite. So, well,
the show itself has a lot of cool pyrotechnics, meaning like fire and smoke and steam that come up out of nowhere, and the parts of the stage rotate behind mist for different parts of the show, and different characters come out from different Disney properties. Everything from Aladdin to Mulan. What are some other ones that pop up?
I was going to talk about the villains, so I'll leave that one. Moana has a scene now. And Elsa. That's right. It's Elsa from Frozen 2, which is my preferred Frozen. So yeah, it's definitely been updated. I was going to mention just a little, not a spoiler, but just a heads up that the whole thing is about Mickey has a dream that turns into a nightmare, and he has to conquer his fear. And so there is a part of the show that is a little intense.
Has a projection of all the villains.
Yeah, and then Maleficent comes, and she actually turns into a full-on dragon, and the dragon comes out of the mountain. There's like a big snake that kind of goes. So just know, I mean, if you have little ones or even older kids that are easily scared, just know that there is that part of the show that is a little intense, but you kind of get a heads up on it. Like you can kind of start feeling the mood change a little bit. And so you could always, close their eyes or give them a show to watch on your phone real quick, because it is an intense part in the middle. So just a little heads up on that.
Well, we went through our 10, but we had plenty others. Kind of lost track of how many tips we actually gave, but we gave around 20, 25, just like last time.
Extra ones that we threw in there. So we overlapped a little bit more, I think, on this one. But not as much as, again, I thought.
I went a little more verbose than usual because it's my favorite part.
It is. Yeah. He's a Star Wars lover. We need to do like my dad and my brother are big Star Wars too. So maybe they need to do a guys podcast that just covers Star Wars, because you could spend all day there. I'm sure you could. I don't let you, but you could. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed our 25-ish. Started with 10, got about 25 with our extras list of things not to miss at Hollywood Studios. I hope you found something new to try next time you go. I know we did. We are definitely going to be doing Gertie's ice cream next time we go. If you enjoyed this podcast, please make sure to give us a like, give us a review, and subscribe to the podcast. Share with all your travel friends so that our show can be reached and tips can be shared amongst others. Reviewing and rating helps our show get pushed out and viewed by other people. So we would love to have your support. This podcast is on Apple Podcast, Spotify, and YouTube. YouTube, we're going to change it up. I think we're going to make it look a little different on YouTube in the next couple weeks. So just know that change is coming. But other than that, I'm Kirsten.
And I am Chad.
Happy travels from all your ports to palaces.
This podcast is sponsored by Ports and Palaces Vacations. Whether you are wanting to check out a new port along a cruise line or see the palaces of Disney and Universal, our travel advisors make your dream trip a reality. Your next trip is just a click away.